Hi, welcome to today's On This Day in Tudor History. I'm Claire Ridgway. I'm the author of several history books. I also run the Tudor Society, which is a hub, a website for all Tudor history lovers all over the world. Okay, today I'm going to take you back to King Henry VIII's reign. On this day in Tudor history, the 23rd of March 1534, Pope Clement VII declared that the marriage of Henry VIII and his first wife, Catherine of Aragon, always hath stood and still doth stand firm and canonical, and that the aforesaid Henry, King of England, is and shall be bound and obstrict to the matrimonial society and cohabitation with the said Lady Catherine, his lawful wife and queen, to bold end maintain her with such love and princely honour as becometh a loving husband, and his kingly honour to do. Now this was over a year after Henry VIII had taken a second wife, Anne Boleyn, and it was also 9 months after Anne Boleyn had been crowned queen at Westminster Abbey. So he was rather sort of late in declaring all this. The Pope went on to declare that Mary, Henry VIII's daughter by Catherine of Aragon, standeth and shall stand lawful and legitimate. And he also threatened the king with excommunication if the king did not abandon Anne Boleyn and return to what the Pope saw as his lawful wife, Catherine of Aragon. Now, on the very same day that the Pope issued this bull aimed at Henry VIII in Rome, the English Parliament in London passed the First Act of Succession. And this act declared Henry VIII's marriage to the Lady Catherine, notice that they're not calling her queen, void and annulled. It declared the validity of Henry VIII's marriage to the most dear and entirely beloved wife, Queen Anne, as undoubtful, true, sincere and perfect. And it also recognised the rights of their issue, i.e. the baby Elizabeth and any subsequent babies that they would have, to inherit the throne of England. The Act also declared that in the absence of sons, the succession would pass to the issue female of Henry and Anne. The Act also required English subjects to swear an oath renouncing any foreign authority, i.e. the Pope, and recognising Anne Boleyn as Henry VIII's true wife and their children as legitimate heirs to the succession. It went on to declare that a refusal to take this oath would mean the person being taken and accepted for offender in misprision of high treason, stuttering over my words, and having to suffer such pains and imprisonment, losses and forfeitures, and also lose privileges of sanctuaries in like manner and form as is above mentioned for the misprisions of treason afore limited by this Act. Also, any person who was heard speaking or who published slander or prejudice of the said matrimony, i.e. the marriage of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, was deemed to be guilty of misprision of treason. So while the Church of Rome, the Catholic Church in Rome, was declaring Henry VIII's first marriage valid and his daughter Mary the legitimate heir to the throne of England, Parliament in England was saying the complete opposite, that Anne Boleyn was his rightful wife and that his marriage to Catherine of Aragon was void, and that their daughter Elizabeth was the legitimate heir and not Mary, Henry VIII's daughter by Catherine of Aragon. So it's just funny coincidence that the Pope was saying one thing on this day in Tudor history, the 23rd of March 1534, and the English Parliament were putting into law the exact opposite. So that must have been very hard For Catholics in England who were following the authority of the Pope, that must have been very hard for them to bear. And of course, there would be some people who would refuse to take the oath associated with the act of succession, and who, of course, would be punished by death for refusing to take it. So that's on this day in Tudor history, the 23rd of March, 1534. You can subscribe by just clicking that button. I do enjoy reading your comments. I'm sorry that I can't reply to all of them, but I always read them. So thank you very much for giving your feedback on these videos and sort of getting involved in debating Tudor history. It's always good to talk Tudor. I'll see you tomorrow with some more Tudor history trivia. See you then. Bye bye.